LI News Tonight with the award-winning LI News team.
Good evening, I'm Ken Eckhart, and here's what's happening.
5 days a week, 52 weeks a year. That's how we start the news every night, reporting to Long Island cable viewers the news of the day in Nassau and Suffolk counties. And if the reporters' faces on the screen seem familiar to you, it's not surprising. You may have been sitting next to one or more of them in any one of your New York Tech classes. Our goal is to produce a nightly news show that fully rivals the quality and value of any one of the New York market news programs. But our news crews are made up almost exclusively of New York Tech students, getting the training they'll need to land a job in the television news business. Here's just one recent example of a news story we ran. And keep in mind, the reporter, camera person, the sound technician, and the editor were all New York Tech students like yourself.
Nearly 14 months after the murder of his wife, Lisa, Matthew Solomon was sentenced to prison today. The sentence was handed down in district court in Riverhead. Patti and Browne was there.
Matthew Solomon was sentenced today to 18 years to life in prison for the killing of his wife Lisa on Christmas Eve, 1987. Solomon showed no emotion as Judge Harvey Sherman read the sentence. Solomon's father, Jack, was also there, as was Lisa's mother, Diane Weaver, who was consoled by friends outside the courtroom. Solomon was convicted in December of second-degree murder. The sentence could have been anywhere from 15 years to life to 25 years to life.
We got a jury who finally, in the New York area, hands down a decent verdict. And then you get a wimpy judge who just throws that thing aside because he feels sorry for the defendant.
The bottom line is he's going to be out in 18 years. He's going to be 42 years old. Lisa's dead. She's not going to come back.
Anything that happened was truly an accident. There's nothing I can do that'll bring her back. If there was, I certainly would do it.
After strangling Lisa, Matthew told police she was missing and sent them on a week-long search. Her body was finally found, wrapped in garbage bags and buried in a field.
How do you relieve the shock and attendant stress to a man who rips open plastic bags, only to look into the lifeless, frozen eyes of his beloved cousin?
And he ought to be severely punished for being convicted of murder in and of itself. But I think that additional years are necessary for what he did afterwards.
What he did subsequent to the crime, when there was nothing that he could have done to help her, is not an aggravating circumstance for sentence.
Why do we bother to have trials? Why do we bother to have prisons? Every time somebody commits a murder, why don't we just give them a medal?
Solomon plans to appeal the decision. In Riverhead, Patti and Browne, LI News Tonight.
LI News Tonight can help you get that first professional job in the broadcasting field. And many LI News Tonight photographers and reporters have gone on to work in television here on Long Island, in the New York City area, and at network affiliates throughout the United States.
Being at News 12 is almost like being here, because basically everybody who is there was here at one time. And it's great because you can work with these people, you already know how they work, you know they're trained well, and they work the same way you do.
Well, from LI News I learned how to edit, shoot camera, and learn how a news organization works. And from there I was able to move on to CNN.
I believe that LI News has done a lot for me. If it wasn't for LI News, it wouldn't be a Channel 21. It's about all there is to it. I think that LI News offers students a lot more, but it really depends on what they put into it. What they put into it is what they get out of it.
I think it's an excellent place to start to learn about the news industry. I can't think of any other school that has such a program. It is very good. There's no way I'd be working at News 12 right now if I didn't have this take, the newsroom. I work at LI News Tonight.
I love LI News Tonight, and I just owe them a lot. And no matter how far I go in my career, I will always remember that I started here.
If television news is your career goal, LI News Tonight gives you the foundation and videotape samples you'll need when you graduate and begin looking for your first job in the business. LI News Tonight gives you that background. It gives you college credits, and it gives you the opportunity to meet face-to-face many of the Long Island newsmakers you hear about but rarely get to meet in person. But at LI News Tonight, you not only get to meet them in person, you also talk with them, with you as the interviewer. Here are just a few of the many familiar faces LI News Tonight got to meet during the past year.
Did you have a lot of fun making the video?
Excellent, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Did you see me somersaulting? That wasn't me, really.
We want to have an impact on the community we work in and the community we serve, and we want to cover whatever concerns, interests, or affects viewers in our area so they can make intelligent decisions about their local government and about their lives.
Well, I think Long Island's a very important part of our community, and I'm glad to see that we are giving it the attention that it so justly deserves, and I hope we see more of it in the future.
Long Island is not an afterthought by any means to us. Long Island is a very, very important part of our market and of our job and of the area that we have to serve.
We think about it, but still got a long ways to go, so I still got to take it a year at a time, but hopefully one day I can get my number retired somewhere, whether it's here or wherever it's at.
It's something that really means a lot to me, because being born and raised here and just spending my whole life here, and now coming back, not only to receive this award, but to play for hopefully the rest of my career with the New York Mets.
Another benefit of the LI News Tonight newsroom externship is that it's available to take for credit more than once, thus offering the student the chance to gradually build up TV skills while working towards your degree. So get to meet those newsmakers you normally only hear about. Get those college credits and build up the television experience you need for a career in TV news.